It was a day like any other in New York City. The sun bathed the skyline in golden light as people bustled about, unaware of the impending doom. Max Johnson, an eccentric engineer known for his outlandish inventions, was working in his makeshift lab tucked away in a warehouse. His cluttered desk was a chaotic mix of wires, circuit boards, and half-finished gadgets. "Max, have you seen the news?" His friend and former intelligence officer, Irene Parker, burst through the door, her expression a mix of excitement and fear. "No, what's going on?" Max replied, pushing his glasses up the bridge of his nose. Irene's eyes widened. "There are reports of strange phenomena across the city, people acting bizarrely. I think it's the aliens." Max raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "Aliens? You mean like little green men?" "Not exactly," she said, shaking her head. "This is serious. I think they're shapeshifters." The news spread quickly, and within days, chaos ensued. The aliens had infiltrated key positions, transforming into trusted officials and creating confusion among the citizens. Max and Irene gathered a group of allies, including a determined young soldier named Derek Smith, who had lost his family to the chaos. "We need to figure out how to fight back," Derek said, his voice filled with determination. "If they can shapeshift, then we need to find a way to combat that." Max, suddenly inspired, flipped through his notes. "What if we could harness the human gene that allows us to adapt? I've read about latent genes that can activate under stress." Irene's eyes lit up. "You mean we could become shapeshifters too?" "Exactly. We could use our own latent abilities against them," Max exclaimed, his excitement palpable. In a secret lab, Max and his team worked tirelessly to unlock the potential within the human gene. They conducted tests, pushing their limits, and after several grueling days, success finally came. "Look, the gene is activating," Max shouted, as a series of tests confirmed their findings. Derek, filled with adrenaline, stood beside him. "So, what's the next step?" "We train," Irene said, her voice steady. "We need to be ready to activate these genes when the time comes." The training was intense. Derek led the group through physical exercises, testing their mental fortitude and resilience. Max worked on gadgets designed to enhance their abilities. "Focus on the feeling of change," Irene instructed as she guided her comrades through a meditation session. "Believe you can become more than you are." Max monitored their progress. One by one, they began to tap into their shape-shifting potential. Laughter and camaraderie filled the room as they transformed into various forms, each person discovering their unique abilities. "I can't believe I just turned into a cat." Derek laughed, his voice high-pitched as he stared at his furry paws. "Focus, Derek," Max said, chuckling. "Remember, we're doing this to fight aliens, not play with our newfound powers." As the days turned into weeks, the team devised a plan to infiltrate the alien headquarters located in the heart of the city. "We'll use our shape-shifting abilities to blend in," Max explained. "Once inside, we gather intelligence and hopefully find a way to reverse their control over the city." Irene nodded, determination etched on her face. "We need to act fast. They're planning something big, and we can't let them succeed." The night of the infiltration arrived. Cloaked in shadows, the team approached the alien headquarters. Max led the way, his heart pounding. "Stay alert," he whispered. As they entered the building, they were met with eerie silence. The team moved cautiously, transforming into alien forms to avoid detection. Suddenly, they stumbled upon a meeting room filled with alien leaders discussing their plans to dominate Earth. "We've discovered their weaknesses," Irene whispered, her eyes narrowing. "We need to send this information back to our allies." Just as they were about to escape, the aliens noticed their presence. An alarm blared, and chaos erupted. "Quick! Activate your abilities!" Max shouted, shifting into a fearsome beast. The team followed suit, transforming into various creatures, creating a whirlwind of confusion. Derek, now a towering figure, charged forward, engaging the aliens in battle, the once silent room filled with the sounds of growls, clashes, and the shouts of the brave resistance. "Irene, Max, I'll hold them off," Derek yelled, pushing back the aliens. "We need to get that intel," Irene replied, her voice resolute as she and Max darted past the chaos. Max and Irene reached the central command panel. "We can shut down their systems from here," Max exclaimed, fingers flying over the controls. Meanwhile, Derek fought valiantly, using his size and newfound strength to protect his friends. Just as they were about to lose hope, Kira, the shapeshifter who had developed empathy for humanity, arrived. "Stop!" she commanded, transforming into her true form, a striking figure that captivated both sides. "This war is senseless." The room fell silent. "I can help you," Kira said, glancing at the humans. "Together, we can find a solution." Kira's intervention shifted the tide. The aliens hesitated, unsure of their next move. "Humans and shapeshifters can coexist," Kira insisted. "We have common goals." Max stepped forward, heart racing. "We can find a way to work together, to share knowledge and resources." Derek, panting but resolute, added, "If we fight against each other, we all lose. Let's end this conflict." The tension in the room began to dissipate. The alien leaders considered Kira's words. Finally, one spoke up. "Perhaps it is time for a new approach." As peace negotiations began, a sense of relief washed over the team. They had not only fought for their lives, but had also opened the door to a potential alliance. Weeks later, a grand celebration took place in Central Park. Humans and aliens mingled, sharing stories and laughter. Max, Irene, and Derek stood together, watching the joyous atmosphere. "We did it," Irene said, a smile spreading across her face. Derek raised his drink. "To new beginnings and unlikely friendships." Max nodded, looking around. "And to the power of unity. We may have been different, but together we are stronger." As the sun set, casting a warm glow over the park, the laughter of children echoed through the air, a testament to a future filled with hope and understanding. The war had ended, but a new chapter had just begun.